Thank you for joining me today. If today is your first time of watching me on this channel, please do subscribe. Basically, you know what this channel is all about by now. I don't need to repeat myself. And also, if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you wherever you are. And make sure you do have fun. So, we're still on this book, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. And we've been on so many topics. We're still on chapter 2. Okay, well, and please do subscribe. Please do subscribe. Please leave your comments below if there's anything you want us to talk about. If there's any book, please do leave it below. And thank you for joining me as we start. So today we'll be talking about sets high standards. Sets high standards. In a study of successful men and women, most of whom had started from humble beginnings, researchers find that these people had almost all been avid readers of biographies and autobiographies when they were young. As they read the life of stories of famous men and women, they imagine themselves having the same qualities and characters of people they were studying. When they become adults themselves, those qualities and virtues had become part of their thinking and guide their choice and decision later in life. Later in life. Who are your role models? Choose your role models with care. Choose your role models with care. There is nothing wrong with being thoughtful and concerned about the feelings and reaction of others towards you and your choice. There is nothing wrong about it. If you have been raised with destructive and criticism, you can easily slip into the trap of organizing your life around trying to gain their approval or escape disapproval of people you don't even know or care about. Here is a way to avoid this form of negative emotion. Decide for yourself the men and women you most desire and the qualities they have that you would most likely to emulate. From now on, when you have to make a decision, think about someone you admire and ask, what would he or she do in this situation? What will he or she do in this situation? You will experience a deep inner knowing of exactly the right thing to do or say. You will make the right decision and achieve the desired result. This is a technique used by many successful men and women. Give it a try and see what happens. Give it a try and see what happens. The worst negative influence of all. The worst negative influence of all. And the trigger of anger, resentment, envy, jealousy, frustration of any kind is blame. The worst negative influence of all is blame. It is blame, especially, that generates anger, the worst of all the negative emotions. Anger is more destructive than any force in the human world. Uncontrolled anger destroys health, relationship, families, business, and society, and is the chief generator of war, revolution, and social conflicts. Blame, the blame game. So many people are so preoccupied in blaming others for their problem that they lose contact with reality. Stop the blame game. No one is guilty. No one is guilty. Here is a common example. Two people in love get married. Both of them have the best of intention and the highest of expectation for the future, or they won't get married in the first place. Unfortunately, people and situations change over time. The couple find that they are no longer happy together and decide to divorce. But then the problem really begins. Divorce. Guilty. The guilty party must be punished. Lawyers and judges now have to get involved. Detectives and accountants are hired to dig up dirty on each party. The situation gets worse and worse until it finally ends in anger, bitterness, accusation, and even hatred. blame. The blame, the blame, the blame. It is a psychological fact that most people feel that they are right in whatever that they do. They always feel they are right. So one person is always guilty. You know, stop the guilt, stop the blame. Accept responsibility. Accept responsibilities. The best way to eliminate anger of all time is to accept responsibility. The best way to eliminate anger of all time is to accept responsibility. The acceptance of responsibility immediately short-circuits the causes of anger. It short-circuits the cause of anger when you accept responsibilities. Positive versus negative inward view. Positive versus negative inward view. There are two basic ways of looking at your world. You can have a positive and benevolent worldview or a negative and malevolent worldview. By taking responsibility for yourself and what happens to you, you become positive. You see the world in benevolent view, benevolent worldview, benevolent terms. You become more optimistic towards yourself and your possibilities. You become a happy and more effective person by taking responsibilities. Differences in results. Differences in results. For example, in this country, some people are better off than others. This has been true of all society throughout human history. This can be for various reasons. It may be the result of different people having different talents, ambitions, desires. It may be the result of some people working harder, having a better start at life, being born with greater intelligence, or simply being at the right place at the right time to catch a favorable trend in the economy. This might be the reason of the difference in results. People who are well off are not to blame for the fact that other people are not well off. People who are healthy are not to blame for the fact that other people are sick. People who are successful and happy are not to blame for those who are unsuccessful and unhappy. People who are building a good life for themselves and their families are not at fault because of others are not. Because other people are not. They are not to be blamed. All these are the difference in results. And what is your result? What is your result? Success does not cause failure. Success does not cause failure. And also remember, correlation is not causation. Correlation is not causation. Always remember that. And don't forget, your inputs in everything you do determines the output. Your input determines the output. In anything you do, whatsoever that you're doing, your input determines your output. Because both situations occur simultaneously, this does not mean that one causes the other. An honest acceptance of this simple fact will solve many arguments and disagreements at the philosophical and political levels. Thank you guys for joining me today, and please don't forget to subscribe. And if today is your first time of watching me on this channel, please do continue, and please like this video and share this video with your friends, and share this video please. One more time, leave your comment below. If there's any book, if there's anything that you want us to talk about, you can leave that in the comment section below. And please don't drink and drive. Drive safely. No suicide. Suicide is not an option. We all love you, and thank you one more time.